like Clark, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm metrosexual.
What is going on, guys? It's Wraith here, back with another video. Now in today's video, I've kind of thought about what I want to do, and I think honestly I'm going to start a series of the best creative courses, whether it's aiming, whether it's editing, whatever it is, whatever the case is. I feel like that'd be a really cool series to make, and I don't know if that many people have made it. Like, I know people make creative courses all the time, so I feel like it'd be a good idea to every like couple weeks or whatever just add on to this series and add another one for you guys to give you guys the best updated practice. And yeah, that's basically it. So hopefully you guys do enjoy that kind of idea. And in today's video, I'm going to be looking over one of the best aiming courses right now that I personally use every single day, and I think it is one of the best. So yeah, if you guys are excited for that, make sure you stick around, make sure you like the video, comment what you want to see for a future video, hit that subscribe button, and you already know it. I say it every single video, and I know you OGs out there are all using it already, but use creator code WraithFN in the item shop to support me. But enough rambling on, let's get into today's video. Let's go. So in today's video, we're going to be focusing over the aim trainer aim map made by Tito. The code is 815747566208. It'll be in the link in description. Also, it's at the very top of your screen. And the first thing you want to do is just pick up a SCAR, pick up an AR, whatever one you're feeling. Move to this little circle and just practice hitting the targets. The reason I like this map so much is because a lot of aim trainers, like aim maps, just turn out to be just like not moving targets, like just simple targets, which is good. You do want to practice that, but it's also really good to practice moving targets, because most targets you're going to be shooting at, or people you're going to be shooting at in game, are going to be moving, they're going to be running, they're going to be building, whatever the case is. So it's super important to actually know how to aim and how to track and how to hit targets that are moving. So this first one is a really good practice for just practicing that, because the targets aren't just standing still, or not standing still, but staying still. They're actually moving, which is really good. So you can do this one for at least 5 to 10 minutes. That's what I suggest doing. I do try every single course or every single practice one here for 10 minutes. Then you're going to want to move down, switch to an SMG, or even you can stick with the SCAR or AR or whatever you really want to do. Up to you. And again, do this for another 5 to 10 minutes. It just changes the angle a little bit. Changes not too much, but it is nice to have it like a little bit extra, because the more practice you put in, the better you're going to be. The more time you put in, the better aim you're going to have. And I do apologize for my aim, especially my shotgun aim, which you guys will see in a bit. It's awful today. I didn't warm up before this. It's so bad. So hey, don't chirp me in the comments. Then you're going to want to move down to this area and just practice your flick shots. You're going to jump, you can crouch, you can do whatever you want. Just practice hitting these targets. And again, my aim is absolutely terrible right now. I don't know what happened. Like, it's absolutely like incredibly bad right now. Don't worry about that. That's why I'm practicing the aim, because I clearly need to work on it. But yeah, this one's kind of really cool. You can just practice either jumping around, flick shots, keeping your target or keeping your crosshairs locked on the target, whatever you want to do, whatever feels confident for you. Then what I think I needed to practice on a ton was actually editing and then hitting my shots. As you guys can see right now, like, I'm pretty close to the target after I edit, but a lot of the times I'm not hitting it. And I found even in game, like when I'd edit on someone, I'd be so close to them, but I just wouldn't end up hitting them. So I did want to practice this a lot. You don't have to do this specific one. I just personally think it's a really big deal to be able to edit and then hit your shots consistently. That's how you actually kill someone a lot of the time, is box fighting or making an edit on someone. So no matter how quick of an editor you are, if you don't hit your shot, then it doesn't really matter, right? So that's why I kind of focus on this one specifically. I try and do this one for around 10 to 15 minutes. And I don't know if I said this, but yeah, huge shout out for Tito to making this map. One of the best maps I've seen, and right now it's currently the one I use every single time I get on Fortnite, and the one I just grind all the time to improve my aim. Then next we're going to move on to this little place, and again, it's just kind of similar to the shotgun one. You're just going to practice jumping around, flicking around, just get used to that kind of flick shot and get used to hitting those shots that you might have to move your crosshairs a little bit. If you don't know where this kind of box area is, literally just turn left from at the start and you'll find it's not too difficult. And yeah, you can do a bunch of crazy things. You can look in one direction and just literally try flicking. We're not going to talk about my aim there again. Not good. Don't worry about it. But yeah, you can practice tons of flicks. You can practice tracking them with your shotgun, whatever it is, whatever you want to do. And then once you feel confident enough with this, again, you don't have to do this, and just build around and practice shooting and then editing. And whenever I record, my frames per second and stuff get a little bit laggy. That's why some of my edits just aren't working that well. But yeah, you don't really have to do this one, like I said. I just suggest doing it because it is a big factor in today's game, editing and then shooting and be able to hit your shots. But again, that's up to you, whatever you want to do. And I would spend maybe 10-15 minutes in this part as well, just because shotgun's so important. And the next one, a nice little launch pad I will be showing in a future video. Nice little trick you can do there. But the next part is you just want to come to this far side, and this one's honestly one of the most creative parts of the map. And all you want to do is just jump through the bouncers and then hit like the little characters on the edge, as well as hit the guys in the middle, the little dummies or whatever you want to call them. Now this was made a while ago, I think is from Solage, except he didn't actually have the characters above the launch pad or above the bounce pads, which actually makes it a little bit more intense because you got to move your crosshairs quicker, you got to be way quicker, and you have to be used to be able to hitting different targets instead of just the one in the middle. So it's definitely a pretty cool part of the course. I actually really enjoy this part, and I find this one actually has helped me a ton, especially for shotgun aim. And you will do stuff like that unfortunately sometimes, but it's not a big deal, and you can just go back and forth again, do this one for 10 to 15 minutes, whatever you want to do. And then we're going to move on to the tracking part, which I honestly love from this course. And basically the tracking part is, like I said, kind of makes a course because tracking is so important. And all you want to do for this one, for like a minute, I just follow him with a crosshair just to kind of make sure my aim's on point. And then all you want to do is just practice SMG aiming. So for example, you can do a couple things. You can just stand there practicing. I like practicing strafing because I figured out that I ended up jumping a lot or just standing still whenever I got in an SMG fight, which if you see people like Mongrel or Savage or whoever you're talking about, whatever pro it is, whenever they get in an SMG fight, they're always crouching or strafing to the left or right just so they give themselves the best chance of not getting hit. And then with this one, you can also not only do your SMG or whatever it is, you can also do your SCAR, you can also do your shotgun, try different things. Again, any type of aim is proper, so if you're using a shotgun for this, it's absolutely super beneficial because you never know, like when you're on high ground in endgame or whatever, and someone's at like 10 health, you hit him for white, you can just switch your combat and hit him and do a good amount of damage. I know they just nerfed it in today's update, but it's still pretty good long range, and I highly suggest practicing this one as well, even for if it's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Again, still any amount of practice is better than not doing it, right? That's what you got to keep in mind. The more you do it, the better you're going to become. That's super important, and make sure you always keep that in mind. Now the next one is just kind of a bigger version of that last tracking one, and this one is more, I suggest, for SCAR or AR or long range weapon or whatever, but you can use whatever you want. Again, you can use your SMG, you can use your shotgun, whatever kind of floats your boat. I like kind of switching between all of them on this one just so I can have, again, the best practice possible, so I know every single weapon, I know how to do it long range, etc. And yeah, again, you can use your SCAR, you can use your SMG, whatever kind of you feel. I don't really strafe on this one. This one I have more practice, just the tracking. And again, up to you. Now, a lot of things I didn't talk about. There is other places on the map where I didn't mention just because I personally don't use them that much. But there is one where it's a sniping map. It's turtling practice, as well as long range practice. But again, that's up to you guys. I won't really show that in this video. But the next place I'm going to show is this kind of bounce pad room, and just another tracker one. You can practice your SMG, you can practice your shotgun, you can practice your AR. Again, it kind of works for all three of them, and you can just practice tracking the bots and killing them and landing some headshots or whatever you want to do. And you can even go on the bounce pad, and my aim's really bad here. Again, not talking about it, but you can go on the bounce pads and just practice your shotgun aim and flicks again, because they're going to be moving and you're going to be moving. And then my favorite part of this map is basically the shotgun kind of aim course, and all you're going to want to do is follow it. Now, it may feel a little weird the first couple times, but but eventually you get to kind of know where the bots are. This one's just more repetition over anything, just to kind of know where the bots are, etc, etc, and just to be able to get those consistent flicks down. Now obviously they're not moving, so it's not the best practice in the world, but it's still pretty good just for generalizing actually where you are. But yeah, this one's definitely one of my favorite part of this map. I highly suggest doing this one. I do this one for like 10, 15, 20 minutes even sometimes. Again, whenever I'm just grinding aim trainers or whatever, I'll just throw on Spotify or watch Netflix on the bottom with my phone or something and just chill and relax a little bit, and again, not really focus on the aim trainer because it's more just muscle memory and stuff. You don't really need your 100% full attention. Yeah, so hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you use creator code WraithFN. And let me know if you got what you guys think of this series. Do you think this series could be a good idea where I show the best creative maps? If you do, let me know in the comments. But I'll see you guys in the next one.